I would like to know how your love for music has came out. So, what is your first memory about a record or an image or a song?
I think for a first memory, growing up in a home full of music. Our dad is a musician, a pianist and a vocalist. So just growing up in that environment where music was always around us was really crucial to our growth as musicians. And being introduced to music like the Bee Gees, the Beatles, obviously, Carole King, just some of that classic, great music that we're so thankful we had growing up, because it shaped our musical landscape and who we are. It's amazing to see that our dad's influence on us as far as music goes has really been the biggest part of our musical growth.
Is there a rock and roll band from the past that you will follow the path one day? And I don't know, if you see yourself in 5 years, where you see yourself?
I think for us, seeing bands that are still going, like, bands like U2 and things like that are incredible. We were at the Music Awards last night, and they're there, and they're winning awards to this day and performing, and people, love them and admire them, and just, they follow their career, and it's incredible. And so I think that being able to be a band like them that now has a legacy would be incredible.
The best memory on stage and the worst.
A lot of interesting moments on stage. I think Joe's got a couple interesting ones.
Yeah, some of the best for us, we performed at some really big venues, for like 80,000 people before. And some of the worst, we were doing an award show and we were performing. It was our first big performance on an award show. And as our name was announced, we had this glass wall that would break, and we'd walk through, and I walked through, and I tripped. So I slid on the glass, and there was about 25 million people watching all over the world. So it's not something you want to remember right afterwards, but now it's funny.
No.
Have you ever been scared by a fan?
There have been times where our fans have been a bit aggressive to get to us. Not so much with us, but maybe with some of the security that's protecting us. Our fans have a very passionate way of showing their appreciation for us. We think they're the best fans in the world, and when we see them, trying hard to get to us or whatever it is they're trying to do, we just want to smile and know that it's them showing their appreciation. And it's a lot of fun.
Question for Kevin. Is it true that Danielle didn't know who the Jonas Brothers were when you met her?
Yeah, actually, she had just,
really?
Yeah, she had just, it was about 2.5 years ago, and she had just, like, the day that we met, her sister showed her a picture of us, like, so it was very, like, she really didn't have any idea who we were, never heard the music, and ironically, directly following that, she saw, like, 1 million commercials on TV after that on the Disney Channel, after we met, which is maybe a sign, I hope, so that's a good thing.
Your first impression of the fans, Italy? Do you like our country?
Wonderful.
What do you?
We love it here. We've been here once before, and we actually just played our show here about, I think, 3 or 4 days ago, and then we played in, we play after Sarah, Italy, and it was wonderful. And then we have a show in Turin today.
Mm-hmm.
And so, all over the place, but it's been a great week, and we've had a lot of fun in Italy.
You go to shopping? No?
We haven't had too much time to go shopping. I think actually after this today we're going to go and do a little bit. We'll see.
Is it true that you have different solo projects?
Actually, they're just side projects. We each have individual dreams and ambitions. We've always said that anything we do outside of the group would just be a side project. I have something coming up later on in the year that I'm excited to share with everyone, but for right now on this trip, it's more about the Jonas Brothers and all the exciting things that we have going
on. Do you record something of these shows that you do during this world tour? Is there any possibility of a live album in the next future? Or not yet?
We did release a live album with the concert 3D movie.
You mean the movie?
Yes, we did it with the movie, but we've been thinking about that could be a cool idea. Definitely, doing maybe something for Europe. The audiences here are awesome, you know, and the stage is similar, but the audiences are different everywhere we go. So we'll see. It'll be a lot of fun.
But you record some from the show?
We've been recording a lot of shows.
Yeah, we were just in South America and we recorded a lot of big concerts, so I assume we'll be recording some of the live shows while we're here.